is everybody doing? Yeah, buddy. Listen, family, real quick ones though. I just want to say to you guys, I've been away for a hot minute. I think I'll be away for a little bit longer, but I can see that there's a lot of stuff going on with inside of this particular community in terms of religious and historical studies. It's been quite a wonderful time. I think we had a couple of debates going on, Christian Muslim debates. You had, God logic debating, and, the famous, debate talking about the Islamic dilemma with Jake, the metaphysician, or something along those lines there. And it's, very interesting conversation that this particular, talking point has been going on for quite some time. Indeed, yeah, quite some time indeed. And it seems as though on a certain side, I don't think that it's been handled well. I don't think anybody has a good response for it. And of course, if you did follow, how can I put it, up to date scholarship, you would know that there's a perfectly legit and good response to it. But unfortunately, most people are ignorant or just don't know any better. So, once you don't know any better, you can't do any better. So it's a sad time, sad time for those people out there. And yeah. This is something actually I want to introduce. I want to introduce something called the Isan. And that there is I want to introduce the early historical South Arabian narrative, because that's something that is truly missing from the dialogues. Like when you have these Islamic historical conversations, which I absolutely love, like early Islam, the history, what was going on in Arabia and Africa during that time period, what was going on with inside of Byzantine and Sassanid empires. Like it's to me, it's like the most, I like that time period in history. So yeah, salute to you guys out there. No topic. I'm just quickly just saying hello to everybody right now because I've been away for a little bit. So I just wanted to come on here and show my face and say hello, hi, and hopefully within maybe next week I should be doing some more regular shows. But for this week, or for the last week, I haven't been doing any shows. Life has caught up to me, so unfortunately, I cannot do anything. You know how it is. This is my hobby and my passion. So when I have the freedom and the time to do something like this, I definitely will. But I just wanted to just talk on that, which was the the debates that was going on. David Wood debating, the God Logic debating, very interesting stuff. Everything's just kind of centered around the Islamic dilemma, and it's a shame that my Muslim brothers and sisters out there don't actually know the early historical South Arabian narrative. Because once you start learning that, then you would learn that, I'm not going to say anything. You just need to learn that, truth be told. So another thing as well, I am supposed to do a presentation, which is to do with Ethiopian Abdul Muttalib. So we're asking the question: was the grandfather of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad of Islam, was he a Ethiopian? Okay, was he an Ethiopian? And it will be quite shocking to find out that I'm not making the claim that he's Ethiopian. By the way, I am not. I'm just presenting that the claim is made with inside of the early Islamic Surah literature. It's quite interesting once you start going into it. You're like, raw, how comes nobody made mention of this before? And I keep telling you, right? With inside of academia, with inside of religion, full stop, there is something called racism. Okay. And there's racism, that's one thing, right? There's that. And then the second thing is that the people that should be representing, i.e., those people who have maybe darker skinned hue, they're not inside of academic fields. Like, I'm going to ask you, can you name two dark skinned individuals with inside of Islamic studies? Western academia, Islamic studies? No, you can't, can you? How about, well-renowned apologists or debaters with inside of the Islamic sphere that's going against like atheists and Christians and so forth? Can you name two of these individuals that are dark-skinned, i.e., black people, African people? I don't know. Can you name any? Nope, you can't, can you? For some strange reason, you know, these people are just not represented. They're not represented. And I would say that that community have to blame themselves because for some reason you're not educated enough to actually jump into those fields to give a different narrative. Because I think if you are of that hue, you may spot things that other people don't spot. If you are of that a particular cultural background, you may spot certain things that other people can't, because it's always baffling to me where there is things within inside of history that's just blatant, just there, it's just staring in your eyes, but nobody picks it up because nobody cares to pick it up. But if you are of that particular persuasion, you may be able to pick it up. So it's time that again, dark-skinned people need to actually start becoming a bit more educated, in my humble opinion, because nobody's going to represent you. um, yeah, nobody's going to care to represent you. So you should represent yourself and kind of educate yourselves. Let me quickly go into some of these comments before I talk some more. Um, I do not like this format of stream. I prefer the old format of stream. Yeah, yeah, don't worry. I'm just doing a quick update. Yeah, I'm doing a quick update. Damn, them nostrils hold secret worlds. God damn, yeah, I got a nice, big, robust nostrils. There we go. So, yes, family tree. What else was I wanted to talk about? So we've got the Ethiopian Abdul Muttalib. We've got the debates going on with inside of Muslim and Christian apologetics. What else has been happening that I did actually want to touch on? One good brother, who said, "Oh, you should respond to Orthodox Muslim Orthodox Mus maybe Muslim. I don't even know. I believe his name is Libiano or something like that. You should respond to that. He's talking about the historical Muhammad." And I'm like, bro, like, forgive me, innit? Forgive me. And I'm gonna have to talk with some pride and some ego, right? It's like for you guys here, you see certain people, and I am proud and I'm happy that you see these people as bringing something new to you guys. And now, like, you get me, like the Grime Scene Savior, like he's the savior for us. It's like good. I applaud it because if somebody's going to get you guys to actually read academic works, I'm going to applaud it. I'm not going to attack those people. Like, I'm going to applaud it. Like, hopefully, you start reading the materials that they bring up. But I don't respect them. In terms of what they presented, because when you pass off material like it's your own original research that I have found, early attestation from non-Muslims within inside of history that document Muhammad and all these things here, and I'm like, bro, like you're just literally reading, like parroting and paraphrasing from Robert Hoyland's um, how others saw Islam or something like that, something along those lines. It's like, for me, as a researcher, as somebody likes to do scholastic work, I make sure I put up the sources on the screen for everybody to see, so like this is where it's coming from. And then somebody's like, but you should respond to that. I'm like, shut the hell up. I should respond to what? A scholastic book that somebody's basically citing, but not giving credit to, basically plagiarizing somebody else. No, no, no. Miss me on that. And then, of course, but yes, I'm like, listen, this is just, ah, ah, give me somebody that is a challenge to me. Give me somebody that I can be like, oh, yeah, this is worth my time to actually respond to. But somebody like that, no, that's not. I would never. I would never. Anyways, bro, I want you to leave Islam. Leave Islam. What do you mean by that? Leave it alone, or leave the religion of Islam, like convert from Islam? Just to let you know, from everybody who's maybe a new follower to the channel, I am not Muslim. Okay, I repeat once more, I am not Muslim. And let me repeat again to other people, I am neither Arab, Yemeni, or East African. Okay, I am none of those things. So I'm not Muslim or East African or Arab. Okay, okay. So I would not be needing to leave any of that because I'm not any of that. I'm not claiming it. It's not my identity. Nothing like that. Okay, I just like the topic. Like for example, I like Dragon Ball Z. I like that. I watch it. I read the comics. I read the manga and so forth, and I could talk all day about it. Does that make me Japanese? No, it doesn't. Does that make me a Saiyan? No, it doesn't. So when I see like a lot of people coming up and saying, I'm like, bro, I really think it's because it's the color of my skin that a lot of people get confused in life, right? Because it's like some people will be, I'm not directing this to you, by the way. Some people will be like, why are you always trying to make things black? And I'm like, bro, like, if I was a white person talking this talk, right, nobody would say anything. But because of my skin complexion, I really start to believe it now. But I've never had a victim mentality in my life. But I can understand that other people have slave mentalities. And it's like, rah, you lot are projecting hard, right? Because when I'm talking on certain topics, I can back my chat. I can show you, like, oh yeah, in here, look, this person here, look, there's an Ethiopian tribe over here. Oh yeah, there's a Yemeni tribe over there. Da-da-da-da-da. I can talk on the history of certain things. Doesn't mean that I am those people, I'm just talking on the history of those people and highlighting their contribution to civilization, right? And it's like, rah, there's even some really forgotten tribes within side of Arabia that did wonderful things, magnificent things. He's like, yo, we need to highlight these things. I'm not saying that you should follow these people, by the way. I'm just showing you, like, this is part of history. Like, we can highlight these things. Okay, let me quickly go through some of your comments before I do come off here. Um, were you ever Muslim? No, I was never ever Muslim. I just had a lot of great Muslim teachers that I respected growing up in my conscious journey. Yeah, in my conscious journey, who were Sudani, um, uh, Eritrean, Somali, and West Africa as well. So it's like powerful, powerful, powerful teachers that just grew me up to know, have knowledge of self and like a lot of stuff. So it's like wonderful. But I do have Muslims within inside of my family, and yeah. So for me, religion, I love religion. Like all of those religions, every like the majority of religions, I love. If you invite me to your mosque, I will go to your mosque with you. We can do a couple of rakat together and enjoy life. You can invite me to your church, and I will be there doing the liturgy with you. No problem. You could invite me to your synagogue, and we can do Shalom Shabbat and all that good stuff there. You could invite me to your Sikh temple, and I'll be there with you. I have no hang-ups. You dig what I'm saying? I have no hang-ups. I respect it all. Okay. Some people they can't because it's like, oh no, you can invite me to a traditional African religious gathering, and I'm there and I'm involved. Okay. And this is the thing that I think some people, because you belong to a particular team and sect, it's like everything else is sacrilegious. And I always think to myself, like, you do see the sun. I always give this analogy. You do see the sun above you, right? You see that sun that shines on everybody. Yeah? God shines on everybody. He doesn't care, all right? And I always think to myself, when your Messiah or your Mahdi or whatever the case comes, do you really think that they're coming to your particular sect, or are they trying to come to everybody? Are they trying to reach everybody? Are they trying to go? I don't know. Like, you let me know what you think. How would you even recognize the Messiah or the Mahdi, depending on where you're from? Like, how would you recognize this person? How would you? Would you even know what to look for? Because they could be in your presence right now and you wouldn't even know it because some people are just myopic. Okay. Do, 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 do. A better topic is showing how all the India gods are actually bad. That's being venerated. I don't know. I haven't really studied Indian deities, to be honest with you. But I see. Sometimes I don't even really care about the blackness. I don't really care. It's just that I have to highlight certain things just to correct wrongs. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I just see like a lot of Muslims, black Muslims anyway, to say the least, are suffering with pale Arab supremacy. Like they're highly racist. Even Pakistanis over here in the UK and other groups, highly racist towards them and look down to them. And it's like raw. It's a shame that you don't know yourself and you don't know your history. Um, One of my favorite brothers as well, like Nabil Abdul Rashid. He's a comedian actually, and he makes it known. Like you see in Nigeria, we had Islam. I can't remember what century it was versus the South Asian community that got it much later on. So it's like we was there before you, so why are you looking at me like I'm a convert or this or that or that or that? Like we had Islam way before you. I'm like, so it's just interesting that these black Muslims, African Muslims, they just man ah I feel it for them. I feel it for them, to be honest with you. I really do. Because especially over here in the UK, you can see how a particular Eastern form of Islam is starting to take in over the mosques. So they're now all Salafis and they're all dressed in this polyester garment and wearing this kufi caps on their head and shaving the top of their lip and bleaching, not bleaching, but dyeing their beards red. And I'm like, what type of, like, I feel sorry for you. You know, no Muslim no school music is haram, so there's no music, there's no art. Like literally, a lot of these Muslims who are African Muslims, they're losing their soul, and a lot of these converts who don't have any identity because slavery and all that good stuff. There now they've adopted Islam. It's like you lot are losing your identity and your culture for what? It's not even Arab culture that you're following. You're following something completely different. It's like I feel sorry for you. Let me actually try to reach out and actually pull you up and help you, kind of re-educate you about, dark skinned people within side of Islam, like who really shaped and founded and started Islam. Because I don't even know why you don't know that Arabs were black. Like, why don't you know that Arabs were black? That's a madness. That is a madness right there. That people don't even know that simple, simple fact. But anyways, um, let's quickly go through and read. Ikra bismi rabbika. Cheese, my brother, Hotep King, peace from Germany. And that's another thing. I need to start doing some more Kemetic stuff as well. I'm missing my Kemetic studies because I feel as though I'm losing it. I haven't read some hieroglyphs in a long time. So I know that if you don't use it, you lose it. So I need to actually jump on some hieroglyphs. And yeah, I'm Indian. In Indian mythology, the demons were black, but the good gods were lighter skinned. Yeah, I can believe that. I think that's a. I think that is. I think that is like kind of like I don't know. I don't know. How can I put it? In a lot of cultures, that's kind of the case because you're dealing with not real actual skin tone and complexion. It's symbolic. It's talking about the night, darkness, like in the night, darkness, you got all different type of creepy, crawly creatures coming out. It's dark. You don't know what's going on. It's a scary time within inside of a natural world. If we didn't have electricity and all of the comforts of this world, like you will be shook in the nighttime. And then in the light, in the daytime, everything is good. It's pure. It's clean. It's like you can see that. So it's like very, very interesting that all cultures have that dark and light. But then when it becomes racialized, it's like, ooh, ooh. Anyway, yeah. Okay, cool. Not forces around Dumbo as an example. Okay, cool. Um, Jeez, okay, you lot having some Indian conversations now, I did have a good Sikhi brother that used to come on the channel like way back in the day that used to break down like that stuff, like Indian stuff. Because personally, I don't know much to do with like the whole Hindu, all of that stuff. That I don't really know much about it, so I can't really comment on it and talk about it at all. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. So yeah, what else? What else is good, family? Like, talk to me in the comment section. I'm here for a little bit. I'm here for a little bit, so it'd be nice to just touch base with you and just have a good talk with you guys. I do. Again, I know I have my presentation that I need to do, which is the Abdul Muttalib one. Actually, let me see if I can just not show you, but kind of like give you guys a little something, something. Here we go. So, yeah, there's about 11 slides. Yeah, there's about 11 slides there. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, interesting stuff. And then the nice first one. Let's get to the first one quickly. A, a, Look at that. My guy, Abdul Muttalib, you know. Jeez. Yeah, that's the one that I want to actually do the next time I am. Actually, no, I might as well drop a little something because you never know. I might not live. I'm actually not well, actually. The Ethiopian Abdul Muttalib thesis. Let's see if I can make that bigger for myself. Argument one. Negus and Abdul Muttalib, what do they have in common? Both claim descent from the Queen of Sheba. Argument number two, Abyssinian king claims kingship with Abdul Muttalib. Argument number three, Abyssinian genealogy direct Hashim and Salma. And then argument number four, Abyssinian description and details. Father of 10 Black Lords, father of the shoveled hair, and academic Abyssinian comparison. So it's going to be interesting when I actually do a presentation on that, because yeah, a lot of people wanted to know that, because I do want to start pushing. I keep getting like pulled up and saying, Kalam, you're supposed to be doing a course on um, Abraha and the Red Sea empires. So yeah, I got a curriculum for that. It is 8 weeks long, 8 modules to go through, which is going to be a 1 hour to hour and a half lesson where there's a lecture, activities, then coursework afterwards or homework to do afterwards. Um, and that's going to be very interesting. And then we're going to have a nice little community as well where we can just like message each other or jump on calls and talk to each other about it. There will be a two cohorts of five each, so 10 people in total. Because I do want to actually get this course off the ground because I do want to put it um, within inside of the UK curriculum for Black History Month. So hopefully by October this year, I would love to get it into one or two schools just as a trial run, and then see if we can spread it from then onwards. So yeah, that's going to be very, very interested. Um, Talking about the 6th century and the Abyssinian empires that actually ruled the whole of Arabia, the superpower that was known as Axum. So interesting stuff to come, indeed. And yeah, I am not well, you know. I am not well. As you can hear, I'm kind of bunged up. Bunged up. So, family tree, if there is anything that you want to talk about, let me know before I do go. Is Speakers Corner still a thing? Yeah, it's still a thing. It's still a thing. I don't know how many people are really going like that. It's not really interesting, man. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Nothing has popped up on my screen like that. And nobody has, you know, when like something's popping, like you get the phone calls and the text messages to say, yo, Speaker's Corner, like, hey, did you see this? So I don't really know. There's nothing really going on at Speaker's Corner like that. Of course, you have got the familiar faces that still do attend and are there, but I don't know. It's like the same old stuff. It's dead conversations, to be honest with you. Anything new and interesting? I can't think of anything new and interesting at Speaker's Corner. Most of everything now is just online. Do. I have been gone. I have been gone. That's who's been gone. Yeah. So, family tree, it's been wonderful, but I have to go. I am not well. Again, pray for me. Can you not pray for me? Like, give me some blessings. Give me some blessings into my life. Can you pray that I have a speedy recovery? Because I am not well. I am not well for now. But I'm going to speak positivity that I am whole and healthy in the next 2 to 3 days. All right, there you go. Lord heal my brother. Love that. Anyways, family tree. peace and love, and I will catch you guys on another one. Amen.